Classrooms podcast with your host Laura Howe. Today we're going to dive into the subject of PDHPE and explore its key value within the curriculum. Let's begin with a famous quote by Granlund Rice: "It's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game." This philosophy aligns with the foundation of PDHPE, as it is about more than just physical activity, but is designed to help students build resilience through the development of their personal identity while forming and maintaining positive relationships and developing their movement skills. The New South Wales Education Standards Authority 2017 identifies the following quote within the PDHPE syllabus: "The study of PDHPE aims to enable students to develop the knowledge, understanding, skills, values, and attitudes required to lead and promote healthy, safe, and active lives." Page 12. Students therefore gain a deep appreciation for health and safety through active participation in physical activity, but also develop social and emotional well-being through collaborative efforts, communication, and teamwork. These experiences teach students resilience, empathy, and foster the development of positive relationships while helping students navigate complex social dynamics both within the school and beyond the classroom. After a short break, we will discuss the game sense approach, or GSA, and its strengths as a teaching strategy to promote and sustain active behaviours. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Silver et al. 2021 identifies the game sense approach as a teaching strategy that deconstructs previously structured views of physical education as a solely traditional skill-based instruction, but instead aims to develop students' motivation through active play-based activities. It emphasises students' direct engagement with developing students' values and attitudes towards health education. It also helps them gain self-management skills that help them navigate interpersonal relationships, promote health and well-being, and develop movement skills as per the PDHPE syllabus 2017. The critical skills developed help students cultivate a love for physical activity and allow for confident participation in it throughout their lives. The game sense approach closely supports the syllabus's movement, skills, and performance strand by engaging students to actively perform and refine movement skills in various sequences and situations as outlined in outcome PD24 from the NESA syllabus 2017, page 2. This is supported by William et al. 2022, who advised that the game sense approach aligns with curriculum outcomes where the game is the focal point of the lesson and is a tool used to engage students to actively refine movement skills. Students are positioned at the centre of learning, and the games are adaptable to suit the needs and abilities of all students. They are designed to have students build upon their strategic understanding of movement while building on their ability to develop interpersonal skills through their interaction with their peers. The study by Bennett et al. 2019 further explores the importance of the alignment of teachers' pedagogical decision-making in creating purposeful and relevant learning experiences for students. It emphasises that the focus should not solely be on motor skill development, but instead on building upon students' social, emotional, and physical well-being. While developing a learning environment that promotes safe and inclusive practices, teachers showcase that they are implementing core strategies that align with Teaching Standard 4.1 to create and promote constructive interactions that encourage and support all students within their participation in physical activity. This emphasis on inclusivity ensures that educators are contributing to a more equitable learning environment, fostering a sense of social responsibility and equity in their teaching. Now we're going to shift gears and discuss the importance of reflection. Kogelmeyer et al. 2021 identified that reflection is an essential skill in ensuring teachers can turn prior experiences into key comprehension to further develop their understanding of teaching as a practice and improve future outcomes for students. Therefore, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on my personal development throughout the semester. With each reflection, it will highlight how these experiences have contributed to my professional growth as an educator. The initial practical tutorial at the Morris Iama Indoor Sports Centre was an anxiety-inducing experience initially. As someone who is not athletic nor has had a positive experience with physical education as a child. However, the scope and sequence of the lessons were fun and interactive, with the warm-up activities including Pac-Man setting a positive tone for the remainder of the session. Game-based play is a concept that is supported by Smith, Ovens and Philpott 2021, who identified that the use of supportive play and interactive games within physical education lessons were beneficial for students to develop positive sense of self, belonging and community. Removed was the traditional rigid experiences of showcasing skill in an open environment that I had previously experienced as a child, and instead the lesson was replaced with an open concept that sought to develop students' overall well-being while modelling how to occupy students in a positive way to develop a core understanding of movement skills through play. This games-based approach was a key teaching strategy identified within this practical tutorial to drive engagement within the tutorial group, and I was also able to see firsthand how this strategy had a positive impact on myself and all students in fostering our engagement and participation within the lesson. Additionally, peer collaboration and development of community was fostered through the implementation of group activities within the skill development of Nukem Ball, with small groups of 5 to 6 students working together to keep the ball off the ground. Here, the positive interaction with peers showcased how physical activity can be utilised to build relationships and foster interpersonal skills that align with skill development within the PDHPE syllabus. Within the last practical tutorial, it involves several track and field activities inspired by the following: discus, javelin and relay racing. While there was an element of competition by the two groups of students, however, the climate of the environment created by our tutor ensured that it was a safe and positive environment. She consistently displayed student-driven practice as outlined by SME et al. 2021 and asked for our input within the activities and discussed how they could potentially be amended to ensure all hypothetical students could participate. Both practical tutorials showcased how prior experiences within the PDHPE subject had unfortunately left myself with a negative association with the subject. However, engagement within these lessons has deepened my exposure to how the subject can positively impact students. Both practical tutorials involved working in group situations with peers. This can be related back to the PDHPE syllabus for Stage 3, which incorporates applying and adapting self-management skills to respond to personal and group situations in accordance with outcome PD39. Here, the activities presented within the tutorial and engaged within the practical tutorial help students develop key interpersonal skills that assist them in managing group learning. In looking at my future professional practice, particularly relating to practical physical education, it is important to ensure that all activities developed for students to participate in have relevant and core alignment with the syllabus and are designed to strengthen student skills, including self-management and interpersonal skills, in accordance with the PDHPE syllabus, page 17, and do not solely focus on the development of students' physical movement. Within Tutorial 6, the focus was on quality resources and lesson structure, and specifically how these resources can be best utilised within the classroom to promote learning and engagement of all students. This aligns with Standard 2.1 of the Australian Teaching Standards, which states, apply knowledge of the content and teaching strategies of the teaching area to develop engaging activities. Therefore, it is essential to create effective lesson plans and activities which drive student engagement and develop their knowledge of all relevant content. Within the tutorial, in small groups, we were able to collaborate and discuss our responses using a brainstorm activity. And this showed actively that this is an easy strategy that can be used within the classroom to gain students' attention and foster communication with peers. In fact, the New South Wales Department of Education 2023 identified brainstorming as a key teaching strategy for driving student engagement within the classroom. However, it is always important to remember in future that all students' responses are important, and it also helps establish their confidence within responding in classroom situations, and can also help provide clarification and build their understanding of key concepts as the lesson progresses. The tutorial provided a vast number of effective resources that can be utilised for future within the classroom. For example, the Bullying No Way website 2024 provided a comprehensive website of information and strategies designed to address the topic of bullying for students, teachers, and the wider community. By equipping myself as an educator with these key resources and effective tools that can be utilised within the classroom, it empowers me to promote student wellbeing within my future lessons. In tutorial 7, we engaged in a class discussion about sensitive topics in health and physical education, with a focus on sexuality and relationships. Breakout activities were utilised to brainstorm our perspectives of sex education, which allowed us to identify diverse perspectives of different students, and also helped expand the scope of knowledge within the class, which showed an inconsistency in the understanding of what information is actually taught within the school setting. This inconsistency is supported by Ezra Jones, Fisher and Power, 2019, who examined the pressing need for structured support systems for educators to ensure that sexuality education is communicated effectively and consistently to students. Key alignment with the syllabus is essential for navigating tough conversations within the classroom and help protect you as a teacher. For example, within the health, wellbeing and relationship strand, within the syllabus, it has a focus on puberty and the different transitions individuals go through during this time, relating to outcome PD3 on page 65 of the syllabus, which states a student identifies and applies strengths and strategies to manage life changes and transitions, which related to content descriptor, where students begin to understand the transitions and challenges relating to their bodies and understand that individuals experience change associated with puberty at different times, intensity, and with different responses, i.e. menstruation. The tutorial highlighted that any materials presented to students should be appropriate to the stage and age group that are being taught and be directly correlated to content outcomes within the PDHPE syllabus. As the topics and content discussed within this strand can be sensitive, the tutorial highlighted that it is crucial to approach the topic with increased care and respect. By highlighting key alignments with syllabus outcomes and adhering to ethical guidelines outlined by the Department of Education, teachers can successfully facilitate discussions around these sensitive issues. However, any concerns surrounding lesson plans or sources of material should be reviewed by the relevant principal for reflection to ensure it is consistent with the school's purpose and maintains the core values of the Department of Education. To wrap on today's episode, as I reflect on what I've learnt through my participation this semester, I see a large growth in my knowledge and understanding of PDHPE. It is easy to take preconceived notions and experience of the subject and allow that to negatively influence your perceptions. However, constant reflection on prior experience as well as the development of key teaching strategies and progression of learning is essential in breaking these prior notions and working towards creating a positive learning experience for all students. This semester has provided myself with a new perspective on physical education and that it projects a large scope of importance for students. It is crucial for developing students' social, emotional and cognitive development while also fostering their physical health and setting the groundwork for students maintaining a lifelong love of physical activity and well-being. As the semester comes to its conclusion, I am feeling more confident and positive in my ability to teach PDHPE effectively, while also ensuring I will contribute positively to students through the creation and engagement of lessons. The use of the game-sets approach is a key strategic approach I'll be utilising in the future. Teachers are the forefront in helping students develop a positive relationship with physical education, and it is the key responsibility to ensure all lessons designed and taught to students are planned appropriately to ensure it is aligning with all syllabus content for the applicable stage and age group, while also fostering a safe and welcoming environment to inspire their future engagement. So thank you for tuning in. Stay active, stay amazing, and see you in the next episode.